All right, NFT Dad family. I want to say hello. This is Nicole, just bringing you a quick video about some of the things that me and Mr. Paul have been talking about for the team. And I know that it's been in our conversation for a while. I hope everyone is doing well. And this that you see before you is the tool, one of the tools that we were talking about as far as giving everyone on the team access to their own account that enables them access to, really run their NFT dad business. And the elements that we're looking at here are, we do have a dashboard area, that kind of thing that kind of gives us some general data where it enables us to set up an opportunity. In this case, it would be dad, and allows us to take our prospects through a pipeline of that opportunity, meaning the several stages of the pipeline. So say we do an invitation, we do a presentation, we get them enrolled, and then they've purchased their red hat, yellow hat, blue hat, green hat, or whatnot, and they're moving on into the active status, right? So that's the different pipelines that we could take them through in an opportunity. And each one of those prospects or that get entered into the pipeline have a value assigned to them. And as we close or make a sale for each one, we receive, the prospect buys a red hat, yellow hat, green hat, or whatnot. That in turn produces our conversion rate. So we're going basically from introduction to presentation all the way to sales. Okay. This kind of thing, and it just gives us a brief snapshot. The elements that I think based on what me and Mr. Paul have talked about and what he's been trying to help us accomplish with the team here are giving us a place to create like our lead capture pages, and giving everybody the opportunity to generate that, in a free, easy to use, ongoing environment. So this is one of the areas here that we would have our sites. We can create multi-step funnels. We can create, just like say one static website that may have different pages. I don't know how far or what the plans may be in the future for dad, but we could possibly create a membership site where we all, congeal together, and there are different elements or upgrades or just different things that we could do together in a membership site as a dad family. And we can build our forms here that go on the sites. If we want to do a survey with the customer, we can do that. We can put a chat widget on our site. These different kind of things are available under the sites. We have our email marketing planner, which gives us the ability to create emails and send emails, to our prospects. Once they join our list, we can keep, communications going with them that way. And that can be all automated by using our automations, where we set up workflows to help automate our processes. Say we share a lead capture page and a person submits the form. Well, when the person submits the form, then that actually triggers the workflow to take place, and it will complete whatever steps we have set up throughout that workflow. And this is just kind of a snapshot of a test one. So we set up a lead capture page, someone submits the form, and then that person is automatically entered into this workflow, and it will go through whatever steps we set up here. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. It's just a quick, easy breakdown. This is not an end all be all. This is just kind of a brief overview of, kind of what we've been talking about doing for the team. And so we've got there your marketing, your automations, your site. We can even do things like manage our reputation here as it pertains to dad and what we're doing on the internet. The people that we're connecting with and in the group, and we can get reviews that way and really build a reputation for dad. So we can generate that information. We've got calendars where we can host our meetings, and be able to set that up in any way, form, or fashion. I know it says free mortgage loan consult because it's just a test calendar right now, but We can set this calendar up. We can actually have people schedule presentations or, quick talks with us, go over our opportunities and things like that. And each person each person on the dad team that wants to take advantage of this, provided that we can, share it with everyone, make it available and go over the training. And it's really easy to use again, but I do want to make sure that everybody has, at least a quick training or snapshot of what to do, how they need to do it, and, really put things into action for them. So each person, again, that's on the team, that's on the dad team, that we're building and putting together now, would have access to their own back office access. Okay. So we have one primary dad account, as you'll see here. We created one primary dad, and from this dad account will stem all of its users. Okay. All of the people who have actually purchased a membership with dad, their hat, and they are in active status. We then give them access to their own back office, in which case they will be able to have their own username and password, okay, that will access their own back office. They'll have permissions set to the data account that will allow them to set up these different elements for them. And so everything can get run separately for each person, right? You've got, everyone has control of their own contacts. Each one has control of their own calendar, their own pages, or whatnot. We do have a requirement that this is only used for dad, because we are making it free to the team. Should someone, move beyond dad and, maybe need something like this for something else they're doing, then that can be discussed at a later time. But we ask that this is primarily used for dad because, again, we are making it free to the team. And, we have to keep those kinds of costs in mind. So, yeah, again, this is just kind of a brief snapshot. Everybody will have access to their own account. We'll generate them a username and a password, and they'll be able to access these different elements here of that have been assigned to the data account from their own back offices. Okay, so they won't be in the primary data account as you established here. They'll be in their own data account and they'll have access to the various data elements. Okay. One of the sites that I was creating, and I know that Miss Bodil, and forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name right, if it's Bodil, and Gunhild, and Paul, I had asked you for your link in the chat the other day, and I appreciate you coming through with those. I was just using them to kind of test out a page here that was created using this very system, and it's so easy. It can be implemented. There are tons of backgrounds, tons of, anything that you can do or use to create whatever the page is you want to look like for dad. Because, we want to personalize ourselves. We want to brand ourselves as dad members, dad followers, dad lovers. And we really want to draw our attention to ourselves as being dad leaders, right, in the NFT space. So this is just a sample one that me and Paul had put together and talked about the other day when we were meeting. And so you can see it's got a short video here, and this would be example of just a static one-page website. Okay, this is not the funnel yet. Again, it's just a test mode. So you would have a basic simple form on the page. You watch the video, they'd submit the form. We have a quick few testimonials, and again, not to leave anyone out or do anything. I just picked the first 3 people I saw when I opened the chat that day. So these were the first 3 names that I saw when I opened the chat to connect with everybody for that day. So I just picked them. And this is because we would have on everybody's page, we would have maybe different people used as should I say tests for like testimonials. So on maybe on Gunhild's page, it would be me and maybe Monica or someone else on their page giving a testimonial. And we would have their name, their title, so to speak, and their names would be linked to their pages, right? The only thing is, they can click on these, but you're really wanting the form. So I can understand also maybe leaving the links off. But the thought I had behind adding the additional links to the page is because the more links, it's what's called a backlink. A lot of you, if you know anything about SEO or search engine optimization, the more links that are of like niche that draw attention to the page on your search engines, they get more attention. They get noticed, they get moved higher up in the ranks on the first page, that kind of thing. And so we were looking to accomplish something like that. But I also, there is the other side, people clicking on the links here may deter them from submitting the form. So this is, kind of just, again, it's just a test. It's a group discussion. I think Paul is arranging some times and things where we're all, going to come together and discuss these elements and how we can really put them into action for the team as a whole, and make sure that we have, some good seamless flowing processes available for everyone. So this was just an example. I have created, I don't know how many pages out of this account, because I own the account. And this is just a contribution that I feel like I can make to the team, which is why me and Paul had the discussion. He brought me aboard. All of us have really joined forces together to support Dad and what they do in the NFT community. So this was just a way that I felt like I could contribute. And so, as you can see, I've built many pages with the system. It's very easy to use. It's drag and drop, basically, click and load, highlight and save. It's very easy to use. So yeah, just a few, one or two maybe training sessions on the different elements you feel like would be necessary for you and your dad business, and you'd be off and running. And yeah, this is about it. There have been some other pages created, which we won't go through all of them, because again, we just wanted to make everybody aware of the kind of system that we're using to make this available for the team. You can collect payments if you need to, but this option is really not necessary, I don't think, for us, because the payments go directly to Dad, right? And they have a way to process our commissions and how they set that up. So we won't need to do anything with that. But again, we'll have access to these elements that we need for our business. And yeah, so that's that would basically be our marketing platform, and it's different elements, just a snapshot. We can go over it in greater detail, when we all are able to come together as a team and discuss things as a whole. So there's that. The second option that me and Mr. Paul talked about, it pertains to building relationships in our business, and how we can do that on a real scalable platform. You ever have you ever been been involved with somebody in business or whatnot, and you feel like they're a good business person or whatever, but you just didn't feel like a very well-treated customer, right? Or getting emails to your inbox from the people you're in business with all the time is good, right? You're staying in communication, but it gets kind of stagnant after a while, and maybe you stop reading emails for a little while, or you just kind of fall out of loop with the person, right? Well, using mailbox power, what we have here today is a great way that we have found to actually build a real connection with our prospect or person in business, whether they just came for a brief presentation and we send out a quick thank you postcard, or they actually joined and now maybe we send them a nice juicy brownie, right, with a thank you card, or we send them a bag of licorice caramels, right? Different things like that. A real gift, something that comes from us to them, and it's not in the inbox. I mean, our inboxes are getting flooded with stuff all the time from every avenue that we interact with someone, basically. But nobody's really showing up to the front door saying, hey, I thought about you. I appreciate you taking the time to do this or that thing with me, right? And so showing up to someone's door, while not being physically, of course, but showing up to someone's door in the aspect of a gift card or a postcard, something that says, hey, I really thought about you. is another way to really build relationships. We can run campaigns such as like a nearest neighbor campaign, where um, you can do actually demographical and geographical searches to find out those who might be involved in the NFT or Bitcoin crypto type of communities. And we can send a postcard to that person, and in turn, it sends a postcard to every five, to each, to like five of that person's closest neighbors, right? So we're 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 expanding our branches, right? It's as simple as creating a gift card, not a gift card, I'm sorry, a postcard, and um, sending that out. It's just that simple. I'm going to show you the design catalog. We've got several niches, um, anything from motivational thank you to Father's Day, birthday. Um, nice to meet you. That's a great one. Thank you for coming. Real estate. We can do any kind of niche where we want to use that type of postcard. It's totally editable, totally brandable, um, and we can actually celebrate. Like for example, Miss Monica, when her and Mr. Paul connected, and she joined the team with me because of Mr. Paul's connection, I could easily send her a thank you card. I could easily send her a birthday gift and say, "Hey, Miss Monica, I really appreciate your connection. Thank you for investing." Right, in us and taking time to connect with us. Here's something that we just really wanted to say thank you. It's so much better than just the email, right? We already get tons of those, and some might say, how, who needs another one? Right? But yeah, it's a great way to stay connected. It's a great way to personalize your appreciation and your connection with that person. Um, we've got arenas in network marketing, direct sales. We can use anything here, and we can brand it, we can label it, we can personalize it to NFT Dad, um, and send out a card. Hey, Simon from Dad thanks you for being a member of Dad. We appreciate all that you're doing to help grow our community. Um, Different things like this, and they're so little and they're so inexpensive. Look, 99 cents. The one who moves a mountain, Confucius, begins by carrying away small stones. And that is what we're all doing, believe it or not. We are all working little by little to build something very big, right? So, I mean, we're doing that just on the opposite scale, right? So, we can move mountains with NFT. We can actually bring income. We can help people generate real income, obtain real ownership of things that they might not have been able to obtain in their own natural form of currency. Different things like this can really help change people's lives. And so basically this is, the thought process behind it. Again, you can send brownies, you can send, if you have a friend who you might have introduced to the NFT Dad program, or anything for that matter, and you say, hey, I know that she has this person has a daughter, and they're really big into makeup or whatever. What if I just send them a little cosmetic journal and say, hey, give them something to do? Can you imagine the smile on that little girl's face? She's gotten a little journal, and she's writing in it, and she's like, and she's just going on about her life, right? Forgive me, I don't make very good videos, but I'm just real, I'm genuine, and it just is what it is. But can you imagine that little girl getting a journal like this in the mail directly to her, right? Or to her parents, of course, and them sharing that with her and say, hey, this is from your mom's friend Gunhild, or this is from Bodil, or this is from Paul, or this is from Nicole, or this is from Frank, or whoever it might be, gets involved with that, then it's personal. It becomes personal, and it also cements you into that person's mind. They will never forget you. They will never forget you. And then imagine them getting a free one every month, a free postcard every month. Hey, just a reminder, we're still here, and just like a rule of thumb, because Dad is now operating sort of in the multi-level marketing industry. What's the rule of thumb? I'm sure that we've all heard it said once or twice before, that it takes any given person anywhere from 1 to maybe 7 times to see an opportunity before they actually decide to take action on it, right? This is perfect. They can get a gift card or a postcard every other month, or every other month or so, just reminding them of a different or a new opportunity, something new happening with dad. It's just a great way to keep people in the loop and keep you on their minds, right? It's a great way to do that. So this is awesome. Just wanted to share this with you guys and let you know about the things that are taking place, and how we can, possibly take this thing to another level and make a real difference for people. So I appreciate you listening and watching out. Um, yeah. And if you have any questions, feel free to share, feel free to chat, and, let us know what your thoughts are. And then when, we decide to all come together as a team in our meeting, we can, bring this up again and get everybody's thoughts and see how we can move this thing forward. Looking forward to it again, you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you.